Hey ladies, Erica Reed here, licensed therapist, speaker, and creator of Get Unstuck. And if you are like most women, you would like to feel a little bit more confident. You would like to do better, think better, feel better. The thing about better is it all starts with confidence. Confidence is what allows us to put ourselves out there to get that better that we desire. But sometimes the confidence gets blocked by self doubt, by the critical statements that we make, by the voices of other people hating on us. So, there's some days that confidence flows freely and you feel, what's that, all that in a bag of chips or off the chain or the bomb.com. Okay, I'm dating myself. But some days the confidence is just there and you feel good about what you're doing. You feel good about how you're presenting yourself, you feel bold and confident, and you're ready to walk in your purpose. But other days, it's like you're bogged down and everything feels so overwhelming to you. And every step, every decision feels so challenging and so difficult. There's a distinct difference when you feel confident versus when you are filled with self doubt. And that's what we're going to talk about today. What confident women do differently, and when you're not in that confident state, how that self doubt keeps you from the feeling better, the thinking better, and the doing better. So, four things that confident women do differently. And we're going to go through this. Maybe some of this will resonate with you strongly. Some of it will be a whisper, and some of it, ooh, you don't want to touch because it's not that comfortable. But stay with me to the end because I have some exciting news to share with you. So, what confident women do differently? Number one is they take ownership for their successes, for their accomplishments. Now, when you're confident, you know that what you've done, what you've put into place, the actions that you've taken have gotten you to where you are. When you've gotten this goal accomplished, achieved, you're able to say, you know what, I did that. These are the things that I put into action to make it happen. It's not necessarily a boastful or braggadocious kind of thing. It's just an acknowledgement that I created this level of success. But a woman that has a lot of self doubt, a lot of negative talk about herself or her abilities, is really having a hard time taking ownership of that. It's all about luck. Maybe, oh, it just happened. I lucked out. I was in the right place at the right time. Or, somebody was looking out for me, somebody hooked the sister up. Whatever it is, you're not necessarily taking ownership of that accomplishment. You're saying other people gave me this. I didn't necessarily earn it because of my intelligence and my self doubt. Now, another thing that women that kind of get bogged down in that self doubt is I did some stuff before. I've made some bad decisions before. I have made some mistakes before. And because of those past mistakes, I just continue to focus on that. And it doesn't allow you to really see the good stuff you're doing right now. This focusing on past mistakes keeps you bogged down in self doubt, and that blocks you from that level of confidence that is so necessary for that better life that you want. So, when you are in that area of self doubt, it really does not allow you to do what confident women do, which is to take ownership, to really say, this is what I've done. Look at this accomplishment, this success. And that's something that you have to be mindful of. Like I said, some days it's easier, you're flowing a little bit better with it. Other days it's just a huge challenge. So just be mindful of that. When someone pays you a compliment and you kind of brush it off, oh, this old thing, or, I didn't do that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal. Just really being mindful that receive it. Confident women receive compliments. Confident women take ownership when they're acknowledged for something. A confident woman doesn't want to, kind of hide behind somebody else when acknowledgments are being passed out. A confident woman is still humble. You know, she's not all snooty or anything, but she is able to see, I created this success. Now let me take ownership and feel good about it. That's that better part, remember? You want to think better, feel better, do better. It starts with the confidence. So if we move on to confidence, number two area, the things that confident women do differently is they're able to set healthy boundaries. Now, the word no is something that a confident woman isn't necessarily challenged in. She clearly knows what is hers and what's not hers to do. She is able to say no, still compassionately, not in a mean kind of way. But a confident woman is able to say, this is on my plate and this is what I can handle. Now, on the flip side, a woman that is challenged in this area, that has self doubt and difficulty in really listening to herself and what she needs, has a hard time setting those healthy boundaries, has a hard time really saying, this is my stuff and this is your stuff. Everyone's emergency becomes yours. You know, you could have very clearly laid out what you were going to do, but phone rings, you answer it, oh, somebody needs me. Then you put the phone down, everything that you had identified as important to you, everything that you wanted to get accomplished gets put to the side, and you go tend to the needs of someone else, even though it's not your stuff. It's really hard to say no when your primary purpose is on making other people happy. When your primary need is to have others approve of you through the actions that you take. Now, if you are asked to do something and you're trying to decide yes or no, and you start to imagine people's response when you say no, and your initial feelings are fear of rejection, or what are they going to say, or what are they going to think of me? What if they don't really want me to be around anymore? Or what if they don't appreciate me anymore? Then that's that self doubt talking. When your no gets held up because of your need to please other people, that makes it very challenging to set those healthy boundaries. That's a big difference between a woman that has confidence. That's what they do differently. They recognize the fact that I'm not going to be able to make everybody happy. I'm not going to be able to please everyone because everybody ain't for everybody. But the woman that has self doubt in this area really has a hard time with that. So keep that in mind. Maybe that's pushing a button for you, but if it is, that's a good thing. Because when you have that level of self awareness, when you have that acknowledgement of an area that is important for you to focus on so you can get to that level of better, so you can walk in your purpose and really be clear on what's important to you. When you have that mindfulness of it, now you can do something about it. You could take steps to it. I don't want to step on your toes and make you uncomfortable, but maybe the discomfort is enough to get you motivated to take action and to do something differently. Now, the third thing that a confident woman will do is they're able to validate themselves and not be dependent upon the opinion of other people. Whew. Validate yourself and not be dependent upon the validation of other people. You don't need someone else to tell you that was good, or you look nice, or you are loved, because a confident woman is able to really give that to herself. She's able to provide herself with that very basic need of self approval and self love. But a woman that has a hard time with that, when they have the self doubt, when they have the difficulty in believing in themselves because of the voices, the fears basically that are driving them, they have a hard time not needing somebody else to say you're okay, or you're worthy, or you're able to do this. You know, I'm not saying that we don't need anybody. Support is so important to accomplishing your goals. But a confident woman is able to say, I'm going to take your opinion and I'm going to marinate on it a bit. I'm going to think about it and I'm going to integrate it into what I want. But if it's a challenge for you to take a step, to make a decision, to go into this new direction without somebody pushing you or without someone constantly telling you that it's okay or feeling like I can't do this by myself, then that may be an area of self doubt. That may be an area that you want to focus on so that you can get to that confidence, so you can get to that feeling of better. Now, don't get me wrong, I constantly tell y'all about my sister circle and how much they mean to me as far as the support and my family. Oh, I love my family. My family is awesome. So I'm not saying reject others. I'm not saying not have people have an important role in your life, but how much are you dependent upon it versus how much are you able really to do it independently? Now, the other part about being able to be confident in this area is being true to your feelings. If other people's opinion is so extremely important, then we start to wear that mask of, oh, I got this. Everything is okay. I'm not really going to tell you how I feel and what I think because I'm afraid what you're going to think of me. I'm afraid of you judging me or thinking differently of me. So when you have the self doubt, then you're wearing a mask because you can't be open and honest and sharing with the people in your life how you really are feeling, what you're really thinking. And it doesn't allow you to get your needs met. So a confident woman is more bold and decisive in saying, this is what I need, this is what I expect, I need this from you, and this is what I want to receive from you. Whereas a woman that may have some self doubt in this area is not going to tell anybody what they need because they may feel that that's viewed as weakness. So the mask gets worn, and you don't really, have anyone that truly knows you. If you're constantly wearing a mask, who knows you? No one knows you. And depending upon how long you've been wearing that mask, you may not know yourself. So, the fourth area that a woman who is confident really excels in is being consistent. Being consistent with what she has said is important to her. Now, we all have goals. We all say we're going to do certain things. Somehow or another, Monday is just magical. So we're always going to start on Monday. Um, and then Monday comes. We wake up. Yes, I'm going to do this. Monday, we may actually make it all the way through Tuesday. And then what happens? Well, we kind of fall back. We fall back to where we were because perhaps that self doubt is not allowing us to say, this is my priority. This is what's important to me. This is what I'm going to do. This is what I need to move forward. So it's really a challenge to stay consistent with those things that you've identified as important to you. Whereas a woman that is walking in confidence is able to say, you know what, no, that's not my responsibility. No, I'm not going to do this. No, I'm not going to really step outside or away from something that's going to sabotage me from getting what I want. I've covered four areas and I've kind of given you a broad overview. Obviously, there's a lot more to it, but just to review, a confident woman is able to take ownership for the successes in her life. She's able to say, you know what, my efforts, my abilities, my intelligence has got me to this point. And yes, I've done some things in life that I'm not necessarily proud of, or I've made some bad decisions, but that doesn't negate, that doesn't take it away from what I've done right now. So the second thing that a confident woman does differently is she sets healthy boundaries. Now, when setting healthy boundaries, as a reminder, everyone's stuff is not your responsibility. You are not responsible for everyone else's happiness. What other people require of you is their requirement, but it's not your need. You don't need to fulfill everyone else's purpose because you got to walk in your own. And that's something a confident woman knows because she's setting those healthy boundaries. Now, the third thing that a woman who is confident does differently is she's able to validate herself and not be dependent upon someone else's opinion. She's able to say, yes, this is who I am, this is what I need. And she doesn't actually fall into the trap of perfectionism and wearing a mask because she's able to say, this is who I am and I'm okay with it, whether you're okay with it or not. I mean, we could be cool even if you don't like what I'm doing, but I'm not going to change this up just to please you. And that's something a confident woman does quite frequently, which leads us to number 4, that a confident woman is consistent with what she does, with what she says she wants, and stays on track, stays focused on accomplishing her goals. So I've covered these things because I want to help you move towards that confidence, to really get to that better life that you're desiring, whatever better means to you. But as I mentioned, sometimes we get bogged down, we get trapped by that self doubt, we get trapped in the negative talk that tells us what we can and can't do. We get trapped by other people in our ear, the haters, or perhaps people throughout your life that have tried to limit you, telling you things and giving you messages about who you are and who you're supposed to be and what you're supposed to do. So, to help you to overcome the self doubt and to become more confident, I've created a 3-day challenge for you. Now, challenge doesn't mean challenge hard, it just means challenge, take you outside of where you are and take you to that level of better that you desire. So, as I said, it's a 3-day challenge. It is composed of short videos and a worksheet that I send to you by email each day, and it's free. So, you get free support for 3 days directly to your email to help you to become more confident, to get to that better that you want. I know you want it. You want that better. So, because it comes to your email, it's as private or as public as you want it to be. Meaning, as private, sometimes your comfort zone is just to do your work independently, to not sit with it and other people be a part of it. You know, those peanut gallery people talking in your ear telling you, oh, girl, you don't need to do that. No, this is just a you thing. You know, I'm giving you these videos, I'm giving you the worksheets so that you can walk yourself through it. Obviously, as much as you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. But no one needs to know about it because it comes straight to your inbox. I'm all about confidentiality. I'm a therapist. So I appreciate that need and I want to provide that and take care of you with that area. But it can be public too, because you can get a bunch of girlfriends to sign up with you, and y'all can all be in it together to support and encourage each other. Like, girl, you check your email this morning? Yeah, I did. Did you watch your video? Yeah, I did. Did you start your worksheet? So you can use it that way too, whatever works well for you. So I encourage you to sign up. It's free. It starts on Monday. The link, the direct link is in the description, but you can always go to my website, ericanreed.com, to get more information about it. I would love to see you in the challenge. Don't delay. You know you're going to get busy. You're going to finish watching this video. You're going to say, oh, I'll do it later, and then forget because maybe you were dealing with somebody else's stuff. Invest this time in yourself. If your friend needed you, if your sister needed you, if you needed to go pick up some favors or some presents for the wedding or the baby shower or the graduation season right now when I'm filming this, whatever it is that you needed to do for other people, you would do. So I am saying invest in yourself. They're very short videos and very short worksheets, but they're so impactful. And I promise you, by day 3, you're going to see the change. You're going to see that better that you are desiring. So make sure you click on the link, sign up today, and then you don't have to do anything else until I send you the first email on Monday. So once again, that link is in the description, or you can go to my website, ericanreed.com, and I'll see you in the challenge. Take care.